Hello and welcome to the Treasure Unite guide. Let's just put the max players down to 1 and get into it. I will say there's going to be a couple, maybe at least one additional video to this map. As for Hole 1, it is actually possible in 2, but I'm not going to show you it in this video because it is very, very inconsistent. But what I will do is I'll make sort of a 10-second, 20-second video separate to this guide and link it sort of down below. Obviously upload it to the YouTube anyway, so you'll probably see it. And it's a pretty cool strat. Might make it possible in 1. I have come very close, but if you do, it'll be sort of pure luck, to be honest. Anyway, what you're going to do is, as you can see here, this is sort of slanted here. You're basically going to go full power at the center of it. It doesn't matter if you move your camera angle left, right, whatever. As long as you hit somewhere around the center of it, you should be fine. You're not going to go straight into the hole, and I actually don't think it is possible. As you can see, I bounced off this wall, and I'm not even going to bounce off here and there. And I've tested it that if you even roll around here, will you go in, and it wasn't. So unless anyone knows it, then yeah, I don't. Anyway, the second shot, what you're going to do is in line with the E, the famous E, and then guess what we're going to do for the third and final shot? Half a black circle. That black circle is so useful, I'm not going to lie. Half a black circle should get you in for a nice easy birdie, nice easy free. But as I say, a 2 is possible, a 1 may be possible, but I'll speak about that more in a separate video. Now, hole 2 is another one that is possible in a lower number than I'm going to show you. It is possible in 3, but it's very, very unlikely. Now, if you use this square here, sort of this, this cross here, full power, and do a random couple of combinations, you can bounce off this sort of barrier and either end up down there or even on the bridge. Or either from the bridge or from there, I don't think it is possible to get actually to the hole itself. And so what's more likely is you're going to hit up to there, which is what I'll be doing. 2 shots. I'll be going here and then here and then there, so 3 shots over. But you can do it in 2 shots and then obviously get it in on the third one. Anyway, let's get back to the guide. We're going to go full power slightly left as the barrier starts to rise on the left side, sort of about now. You don't want it to be too small. Don't worry, you won't go off. I've not gone off yet. Second shot, you're going to aim halfway between there and there, sort of like that, full power, and just wait for the same thing to happen as the first shot. Now you're going to end sort of towards the left hand side of the bridge, but that doesn't matter. I've never actually gone further than this line, but there's always a first for everything. And you're going to basically go right hand side of the E power, like so, straight. The aim is to bounce off the back wall and land somewhere around this line. You may land sort of there, but it doesn't really matter, as the same power for this final putt actually does work no matter where you are down here. But nonetheless, it is still quite tricky. I'm quite nicely lined up, so I should really get this. And it is left hand side of the 5. We're going to aim slightly right of the flag itself, because obviously we're on the right hand side, like so. Release, and you should go in or not. If you don't, doesn't matter. You've got a nice easy putt for par. God's sakes, my videos never go to plan. I really don't like recording long videos, because if you mess up one hole, you basically feel like shit. Okay, now hole 3 is possible in 1 actually. Quite interesting. So you're gonna just push your camera forward a bit, turn it right, and you're gonna be basically using this sort of cross here, lining up at it. Make sure you can actually line up. There is a bit of leeway obviously with this. Now in terms of power, you're going to be using the T power, like sort of midway through the T, and as long as you can line it up, which I seem to be, I'm in trouble with, you should get it in. Like so. It's really consistent, to be honest. Even though my lining up abilities aren't the best on this game, I don't think I've missed that one since I've started using T-Power and that cross itself. Okay, hole 4 is possible in 2, and it's actually quite an easy 2. What you're going to do is you're going to go 1 square left, so obviously we're in a corner here, so well, I guess it's 1 corner, but 1 square left, 4 squares up. Just move your camera so that's in the center of your screen, and then you're going to go the left hand side of the P in par. Then if all goes well, you should roll around, and as long as the gravity actually works in the game, you should go down and get in a nice easy putt. Now it's up to you. I sort of use half a black circle here. I am a bit close for that, to be honest. But that should have still gone in because I was aiming straight at the hole. But I would sort of minimum use the left of the 4 in the black circle. Wow, I'm bad at making videos. Okay, dude, if I miss this one, I've not missed this one for a while. If I miss this one, I'm going to be pissed. Again, we're going to go 1 square left, 4 up, and we're going to aim straight at it. Nice easy, and then you're going to go to the left hand side of the S itself, like so. And you'll go down, bounce off the wall a bit, and then got worried then. I thought I was gonna like sort of land up on the edge. You should, no matter what, you should go in and land down here. Now, obviously, I've not gone in. What's pretty cool is sometimes you end up on here, and if that like sort of around where my mouse is, and if that's the case, if you just go full power at the back wall, you can actually just sort of go straight in. But obviously, because I can't, like so. What I'm going to do is the right hand side of the black sort of circle, aiming at this cross here, like so, and I'm just going to go straight in. It's really that simple. It's a nice easy 2 for you to get. Okay, hole 6 is a 1er. Yes, that is right. We're getting another hole in 1. And this is just about timing in. Yes, there is a pattern to this. I've worked it out. And basically what you're trying to do is, you see when these pieces sort of go flat and this gets in line with like level, basically what you need to do is sort of try and get this and these sort of lined up as best as possibility. Now, when I actually release it, you still have to wait for this to come past. So it's sort of, even if they land up now, I would have to go now, sort of after that goes. But and by lining up, I basically mean that goes there, and then you're waiting for that now. That would have been a perfect time. So these sort of ends normally end up around there, to be honest. Not perfectly lined up. Anyway, so you're going to go 1 left, 5 up here, and you're going to go where the green meets the blue, or blue meets the green, whatever you want to say. Wait for that to happen, and then go to the very next go. Now, if this doesn't go in, I'm going to be pissed off, man. It should get you on, but nonetheless, if you do miss, nice, easy 2. Please go in. Nice, wait. Don't even want to look. Oh, yeah, got it. Every time I go through that, I think I'm going to miss. Whew. But yeah, so if you follow that sort of lining up, that power, and you should get a nice easy hole in 1. Hole 7 is a funny one, to be honest. So basically, what you can do is you can sort of go down here, and if you get the right power, I think eventually it'll be possible to like sort of land down here, or maybe sort of bounce off the edge and then go down there. But as of yet, I haven't found a concrete pattern. I normally just end up going through that sort of rock there and just falling through the map, which is quite funny. But yeah, from this, you're just going to wait for it to open, half black circle, and you should go in. Obviously, if you wanted to, you can use a bit more. It doesn't really matter. Now this next one, what I do is sort of line up the left hand side of my sort of rectangle with this cross here, as you can see, and just release whenever. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to go in, but you do get quite close. Now obviously from here, I like to do the right hand side of the black circle, and that's even if I'm here. Just make sure I go in time, because as you can see, they open and close quite quickly. But yeah, so that's the third shot, and here comes the fourth and fifth shot. Because obviously if you can get down here, then it will be possible in 2 or 3. But from this shot, what you're going to be doing is sort of try and curve round. So I sort of normally line up with either that cross or sort of even that mast. It doesn't really matter. And then go to the right hand side of the E, like so. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, because if you don't like that shot there, and the reason why I said 4 staff side is because I swear like 70 to 80% of the time I actually don't go into hole. So we'll say it's a consistent 5. Also, that second shot I did, I have seen people get close and actually get it in, or at least get very close. So it may be possible to get 4 consistently and do it like that. This one is possible in 2, but it's very, very inconsistent. Your first shot is going to go right hand side of the black circle. Just release whenever. Ideally, you want to make it so you're straight and you go straight in. You can do a bit more, and the reason I say it is possible in 2 is because I've got it before. I sort of went through that cannon. I was playing with someone else, so that might have been reason. I sort of bounced up here and then went straight in or something like that. It was pretty cool, to be honest. But anyway, so now you're just going to go sort of left hand side of the black circle. And go up here. Oh, there's a flying Gizzy. And then we've got the nice third shot, which is sort of let me just get, yeah, I've got loads of notes in me. Where the blue meets the green, like so. Got loads of notes in front of me. They're the ones I make. So occasionally I just like to look at them just to make sure I'm not making a mistake. But yeah, so blue meets green, straight, and you should get it in 3, which is a nice birdie. Okay, now hole 9's a funny one, because what you can do is sort of middle black circle, even left hand side of the black circle, and go down there and potentially get it in. But as you can see, it's quite steep and you don't always get it, like you can sometimes bounce up there. So what I like to do is sort of aim sort of straight at this sort of cross here. Again, this one is not that consistent. Left hand side of the E, sort of don't overlap the E really. Release, and as you can see, it is possible to get in that way. I think, not 100% sure. I've never actually got it in. Also, I've never actually got it in that way. Like, as you can see, there's no dip around the hole, so that has to be a perfect shot. But because of the actual difficulty in getting it into the shot into the hole in first place, I just like to do this one because I find this way a bit more consistent to get the 2. It may be that it ends up being less consistent to get the 1, but I don't mind that. But yeah, anyway, a nice E put will get you into the hole in 2. Also, them sort of holes are really hard to get actually the timing right. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so this one, what you're going to be doing is you're going to go in, so just turn your camera right, and I sort of go full power, sort of a halfway point between this sort of crosshair and this crosshair, like so. Basically, in the end, it should be just to the left of the palm tree if you can see it. If you've not got that settings on, as I say, I am in ultra. It doesn't really matter. You can aim in quite a lot of places. You can even aim at that third square, and you'll get in. It may be possible to get into the hole, but at the moment I've sort of further side coming sort of here. I very much doubt it, but nonetheless, here we are. I'm going to go half a black circle at the hole itself. And we're going to board the ship. As you see, I got quite lucky there. Maybe possibly two from up there, and obviously if you get it into the hole first time, it may be possible. Very much doubt it. I call this a consistent 3, to be honest. Sort of E put again. Consistent 3, that's what I've written down as. But obviously potential 2 either way if you get it into the hole first time, and then if you do that, then potential 1. But honestly, like 99.9% of the time, you'll probably get a 3. Now this one I seem to bug out on quite a lot. But what I'm going to do is the left hand side, the left hand side of the O, so right hand side of the R, straight, and should go in. I've been bugging a lot today. That never happens. To be honest, you can do full power on that first one, but I was bugging out. Jesus Christ. Because you're going into the cannon, and the cannon puts you in the same spot every time, surely. And yet I've not gone the same spot. Whatever. Anyway, what you should do, if you do end up there, left hand side of the black circle, if you do end up there, you'll go straight through and you'll end up just kind of landing here. Now what's funny is, I've done it again! What is this game? I was about to say, what's funny is I levitated earlier and he's only gone and done that again. But anyway, from this situation, what you want to do is sort of checking the notes. I say left hand side of the K, sort of try and curve the wall round. This hole, man. This hole. I told you I bug out on it a lot. It's really weird. So if you're more lucky than me, you should be fine. It is actually, again, it is possible to get it in. I've seen people get it in, but never for me. It is possible in 2. I know the best is 2. But I consistently get a 3. But again, I just showed you I bugged, so I didn't. This game sometimes, man. Okay, now this shot is honestly pure luck. Okay, now you can, if you want to, if you zoom out. Okay, what you will do is, obviously, if you zoom out straight away, you'll back up against that. Then, if you just turn a bit, you'll can zoom out full. But as you can see, I can see this. But all honesty, I've not got a pan. I literally just guess because I can tell you the power from every other position. But yeah, so I sort of do half a black circle, roll in and just go. And if I get lucky, great, I'll get it in 1. If not, I know ways to get it in 2. So I've just got extremely lucky. One tip is if you get at the bottom level, if you use, I've got it written down, if you use the left hand side of the K, so I'll show you when I spawn into the third one. If you use the left hand side of the K and sort of aim just to the left of the flag itself, you should actually go in. So I'm talking sort of like that power. If you use that, it is actually possible to go in from even the bottom. So at worst, you should really be looking at a 3, but it's quite easy to get a 2 on that level. But as I say, just honestly, I would just wait a few seconds after you spawn in and then take the sort of half that circle sort of strategy. I am AFK. Anyway, so this one, you're going to aim straight and you're going to go mid off the 4. Quite simple. You go in, and as long as you don't glitch, you'll get a nice easy hole-in-one. Well, one of the easiest hole-in-ones again. That's the first time I've ever gone to the left-hand side. I normally go to the right-hand side, bounce to the back one and go in. That's the first time I've ever gone to the left-hand side. So maybe the cannons, and that's the thing. I don't think the cannons are actually fully consistent. It'd be quite interesting if you could just test one. Like maybe the more power you go in, the further you go. Now this one's actually quite easy to get in one. He says, proceeding to mess up. If you just turn to your left and go full power, sort of as close to the left as possible. I normally sort of, you can line the left hand side of your line like so, but I normally go a bit left just to be a bit safe, a bit more left of that, just like 1 or 2 pixels, just to be more safe. But either way, I normally go in like so. And ready for the ultimate dunk. This must have taken ages to line up. I'm not even kidding. That must have taken like a day just to line up that perfectly. Okay. Yeah, nice easy hole in one, quite consistent. Okay, now hole 15. See, this one is quite hard to do. Now you want to use sort of the mid of the 4, and then you also want to aim slightly right. You can aim sort of halfway between there and there. I normally just go a bit sort of only a third of the way across, because it is possible to get in one, but I'm just going to show you how to get to the other side. Hopefully, if I don't, then obviously using this strategy, unless you hit the first one, you should get a nice easy 2-putt. So yeah, mid 4, bit right. You're going to release sort of after the 6th one goes up. So now, yeah. Again, if you aim a bit further right, you might go in. I struggle on this one because the timing is a bit hard. It's a bit too quick for my liking. But I'm sure with a bit of effort, maybe it's the 7th one that goes up. It's one of them. Maybe the 7th one gets to the top. I don't know. It's definitely 6 or 7. I am certain of that. But yeah, just have a play around. But nonetheless, as you can see, I used 6 and I still landed on this platform. The only problem is really when you end up down there. Because now from here, I've got a nice easy sort of mid black circle. And do you know what's funny? Even if you get over that sort of the pattern, you don't always go in, because you have to get into the chest at the end, and there's like a little square before you. I can't show you, unfortunately. But yeah, so even if you do that hard work, get the timing right, you don't always get it in, which is quite funny. But yeah, so this one, hole 16, quite simple. First shot, full power, and you basically just want to release when the barrel sort of gets here, so you can jump over it sort of now. Now I did sort of glitch on that hole. Lucky I didn't do it again. But yeah, second shot quite easy. You're gonna go full power, so just left of this corner, so you go in just as one passes like now. There's no timing really. It doesn't really matter. And no matter what you do, you sort of always end up sort of in the same spot. Now I have got this in. I normally go straight, and you can go anywhere around the 6. When I got it in, I sort of went sort of just left of the 6, sort of midway between the 6 and the R itself, and just release sort of as a barrel goes past. Like so. Then what I did was I ended up cupping the hole and then bouncing off the back wall and going in. Nonetheless, E-putt for a nice easy 4, nice easy eagle. But yeah, it is possible in 3. I don't think you'll ever get below that, to be honest, unless you can find an amazing shot. Hole 17 is possible in 4, and it might be possible in 3, and it's the first shot that everyone gets wrong. So if you go to the right hand side of the E, and then you're going to release as soon as the first bit of the hole passes the center of your sort of arrow. So sort of now. Oh, I tell you, it is quite hard, to be honest. Nonetheless, as you can see, it will sort of slowly go around, and I would go, but I'm just going to wait, to be honest. I then obviously go a bit go a bit further, like go a bit sooner. Maybe when it gets to sort of I wish I could point to you on the screen, sort of just a bit left of the center of your arrow, obviously. This will be interesting because this next one's a bit hard. I don't really know what I'm going to do from here. Oh, Jesus Christ, see why everyone hates this hole? Honestly, there's no real strategy when you're on the edge. If you're in the sort of center, like sort of if you're in between the like center of the point green and the edge, you can normally wait for it to go past you, and then you've got like a bit of a straight line to go. Anyway, now this next shot, you're gonna go zoom out, and you're gonna go sort of half black circle, and you're just gonna release when it that gets round a bit. Now, I don't think it's personally I personally don't think it's possible to go straight down this, but it does put you in a good position for a nice easy half black circle put into the hole. Now I'm rushing a bit because although there's not a timer, I feel like I wasted too long on that top bit, so it's like it's going to strip me out. But yeah, the hardest bit on this level is obviously that first shot. So if you can get that, then great. And the rest of the hole is quite easy. Obviously a half black circle now. That was way too much. Sorry, I meant, hey, I should just follow my notes. Left hand side of the black circle, and you should get, in the end, you should get a 4 if you get the first shot. Obviously, if you don't get the first shot, then you might end up with a 7 or a 10 or a timing out. But you should get a 4. Now this one again, I just don't feel, because you can't sort of keep your camera straight or even go like that and see it. It's quite hard to consistently get a hole in one. So what I normally do is, if you can find an angle sort of on the left side if you zoom out completely, where you can see it, and then I normally try and release it in the center, so sort of half black circle, sort of anywhere. Again, it's really hard. So you can try that. You can try using the angle, but all honesty, I would just sort of just half a black circle and slightly right, and then just sort of release it and hope. If you do go down the right hand side, then congrats, and you've got a hole in one. Most of the time, again, I've glitched out a few times, but if you don't, you've got an easy 2-putt anyway. And yeah, so obviously I'm going to get it in 50. The guide is going to be a sub 45, but again, that's sub 45 considering you can get everything right, and I missed a few shots, to be honest. Especially, so I lost 3 shots on hole 17. I lost at least one shot on hole 2, and then hole 7 I lost 1 shot maybe. As you can see, if you a bit of practice, a bit more work, and you should be getting a sub 45. But obviously a 50 is quite easy, just an e-putt from here anyway, and you're in. But yeah, so 25 both halves, not bad. Nice 50, but obviously, yeah, as I say, sub 45 is possible. Practice these strats, work on them. As I say, all I am doing at the moment is finding the basic strats for you to use. I will obviously show a hole 2 in a separate video, showing you the basic strats, and then just going from there. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you later.